Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Friday, so you know what that means. It is time for another Bell Bond story. But before we get into the Bell Bond story of the week, I want to wish all of the mothers a happy Mother's Day because this is Mother's Day weekend. So, happy Mother's Day to all of you wonderful mothers out there. We love you, we appreciate you, and I hope you have a great, great weekend, and I hope you do everything that you want to do. So, what story am I going to tell today? Since it is Mother's Day weekend, I am going to talk about a story inspired by me being a mother as a bail bondsman. With guess who went on the run? Just guess. Yes, my bonus son went on the run. Yes, he did. He went on the run from his mother. It didn't even make no sense why he thought that was a good idea. But let's get into the story. So, no, if you've been watching my YouTube channel, it is not my son that I did the video with, finish the phrase. It is his older brother, which is my bonus son. So, he went to jail for a minor offense, right? It was driving. Like, who goes on the run for a driving charge, right? So, thinking nothing of it, he bonded out like everybody else. He got his court date. I know he got his court dates because not only am I your bondsman, but I'm your mother. And I told you when you had court, Miss Court didn't say anything. Didn't say nothing. Didn't say, hey, I needed a ride. Didn't say just 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 nothing. So we get the paperwork in the mail to find out. Oh, you Miss Court. Okay. Give him a call, talk to him. Oh, mom's gonna get a lawyer to handle that. Which that is an option if you miss court. You can get a lawyer. I said, okay, no problem. He gave me the information of the lawyer that he's gonna get. Days go by, couple weeks go by. What are you doing? Son, what are you doing? You have I wanna be out for my birthday. I wanna do this. I have all these plans. Oh, first of all, sir, it's a misdemeanor. Okay, it's a traffic offense. You are not going to prison for years and years where you got to be out to celebrate your birthday. You can celebrate your birthday another time, but this ain't the year and this ain't the time. So he promised me that he was going to turn himself in. No problem. Guess what happened the next day? He turned off his, um, you know how you can track each other, the location. So he turned the location off on his phone where I can no longer tell where he was. I'm like, okay, this is what we're gonna get ready to do. All right, no problem. You know, I can find it. I know where you are. I know where you normally be. I know where you were living. So it wasn't gonna be difficult to find you. So you turning off your location was a clearly let me know that you had no intention on going to jail and you were about to be a problem. So okay, no problem. So I called his dad. I'm like, hey, he has turned off his location. This is going to be a real problem. Maybe you could talk some sense into him before I actually have to go out there and get him for real because this absolutely makes no sense whatsoever. So I guess he called, talked to him and everything. So he came over to the house the next week. I'm like, okay, you're going to do the right thing, still having that little bit of hope, that this is going to go well. Did not go well. So he actually something ended up happening where he, had to go to the hospital, and I was for sure like, okay, well they're gonna lock him up because he got a warrant. He missed court, after we make sure that everything was okay health wise. Do you know that that did not happen? That did not happen. So I was like, you got to be kidding me. First of all, you have been given because you are who you are in my life. But honestly, I was just for sure like, you know what? He going to the hospital. He got a warrant. The police gonna lock him up. I'm not gonna have to worry about it. All right. So okay, that didn't happen. So next thing I know, you hold on a second. Um, some sound effects going on in the background, but it's all right. We got a little sound effects going on in the background. Anyway, so continuing right along. It's like, okay, so the next thing, you out of town. I'm like, what? You went out of town? So that was a clear indication that you had no plans on coming back. So I had to call my people and we had to get ready to, hey, you know what, this is, where he is, even though he turned off his location. Like, there's not too many places that you can go that I cannot find you, or I don't know where you are because of who you are in my life. So it was like, all right, this is what we're gonna do, no problem. So I guess he got wind of the fact that, hey, my mom is about to actually come out here and get me and treat me the way that I should have been treated in the first place. He called and he was like, I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to turn myself in. I'm going to do the right thing. And you won't have to worry about me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to give you grace just one more time. Just one more day. You're going to get this grace. And that's all you get. You ain't getting no more after this. You get no more grace after this. So lo and behold, this story ended up turning out where he did do the right thing. He did go to the jail. He did turn himself in. And he actually ended up staying there a little bit longer than he anticipated because there were some other emergency things that happened. This was right around the time like the hurricanes started happening here in Tampa. So he ended up staying a lot longer than he wanted to. But at the end of the day, had you done what you were supposed to do, like I always tell you guys every week, show up for court so that we don't have to come and get you because we will. In this instance, I didn't have to go get him. He actually ended up doing the right thing, which some people do. He turned himself in, and like I said, he ended up staying a little bit longer than he wanted to. But I'm like, hey, if you would have went to court and did what you're supposed to do in the first place, you would not have been in this situation. There was nothing I could do about that. It is what it is. When you don't do what you're supposed to do, those are the consequences that you have to face. So, as a mother, it didn't end up going the way that it could have gone. And he ended up telling me, because of you, that was the only reason that I did come back. And I turned myself in because he did have every intention on running, which made absolutely no sense to me at all. Like literally, it was a traffic. It was traffic. But you never know. People do why people make the decisions that they make. Something that may seem small to me is big to someone else. And who am I to judge because someone doesn't want to sit in a jail cell? So if you don't want to sit in a jail cell and you bond out, especially with me, like I tell you every single week, do what you're supposed to do. Go to court. Make sure that we do not have to come and get you because at the end of the day, we are coming to get you, and you will possibly spend more time in jail than you would have if you had just went to court and did the right thing in the first place. So that is my Mother's Day inspired story for the week. I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you next week for another Big Fun story. Happy Mother's Day.